Hey there everyone, and welcome to another Factorio mod spotlight. I'm Exterminator, and thank you for joining me again. And today we are spotlighting the MoWeather Revival mod. Now this is a revival of a mod that was made like many years ago and has not been updated for years. So this is like an updated version that works in the current version of the game, and some improvements as well. So as you would have guessed, this mod adds weather to the game, which I think is quite interesting. The day-night cycle is fine, but I think it gets a little dull personally. So adding some weather is kind of nice, and then it does also let you adjust the day-night cycle. So we're actually going to start by going into the settings, just so you kind of have an idea here. So by default, this is 7. This was set to 7 by default. I changed it. So by default, a day-night cycle is well, I guess so a day includes the night. So it's 7 minutes. The day and night is 7 minutes. And then all this I've left default. Day night ratio you can adjust. If you want it to be night longer or day longer, you can adjust this. I changed this to 1 minute just for the sake of the spotlight. Weather preset default. There is also none, or a rain world. And then global weather length multiplier. I would assume this is just how long the weather lasts, probably. And then lastly, you do have this, which was not checked by default. So if you want it to announce the weather, like we see down here, you do need to check this. But this adds basically 2 weather patterns besides the default that the game has. So by default, it is what it is. And then there's like cloudy, which basically reduces the light that reaches the surface, so it makes things a bit dimmer, and so it dims the screen, and then there's less power that can be generated from solar, as you would imagine. And then there's rainy, where rain splashes, and there's a pitter-patter sound, which is what we're going to experience here in a second. And I actually misspoke. There's a third one, which is stormy, where it's heavy rain with flashes of lightning, which I think is pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and hop in here. And lastly, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and I think just maybe turn, it's probably environment, but I'm going to turn these up just so we can kind of get a better idea. So this is rain. I'm just being quiet so you can hear it. Hopefully you can hear that. So this is rain. Stormy would be heavier rain, and then lightning and stuff. I did speed up the game too, so it actually would look more like this in normal game speed. And then I would assume this is kind of considered cloudy as well, so I would think this would reduce solar output, just like the cloudy weather would. But it's just kind of nice, It's like, I don't think it's too distracting. It's just a nice, well, kind of like background ambiance, and then also just something different. And then once it stops raining, it'll announce it here. Now, if you want it to only rain, like always, you can just set it to the rain world, and then it will just always rain. So I think that's pretty cool. I mean, that's basically the mod. It's just something nice, adds a little more life to the world, and just some variety and stuff. And I mean, personally, I love hearing rain in the background too, so there's kind of a plus anyway. So that's the mod, guys. If you have any questions or thoughts, leave them below. There is a link in the mod, or in the video description, to the mod portal page for this if you want to grab it and check it out, and there's some more details there as well. And if you did enjoy, a like is appreciated. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and feel free to subscribe to keep up with future content. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.